If you're looking for a pig who's picky about their soup, look no further than this particular swine. This little guy loves nothing more than a steaming bowl of chicken noodle soup, but don't expect him to indulge while you're watching. That's right, despite his love for the savory broth, this porcine pal won't take so much as a nibble if there are any humans around to observe him. Maybe he's just shy, or perhaps he's afraid of being judged for his unconventional soup preferences. Either way, it's clear that this pig has some serious soup standards. But let's back up for a moment and talk about how this whole soup obsession began. According to those in the know, our porcine friend first discovered the delights of chicken noodle soup when he snuck into a nearby kitchen one chilly winter evening. The aroma of the soup was too much for him to resist, and before he knew it, he was slurping down spoonfuls of hot, savory broth like it was going out of style. From that point on, the pig was hooked. He would sneak into the kitchen whenever he could, searching for a fresh pot of homemade chicken noodle soup to satisfy his cravings. And when he couldn't find any, he'd sulk around the barnyard, grunting and snuffling until someone took pity on him and whipped up a batch. Of course, as word spread about the pig's unusual tastes, people began to take notice. Some were amused by the sight of a pig chowing down on soup, while others were skeptical and downright disapproving. But the pig didn't care. He knew what he liked, and he wasn't about to let anyone else tell him otherwise. Which brings us to the present day, where our pig still spends his days seeking out the perfect bowl of chicken noodle soup. But there's one catch: he won't eat while anyone is watching. Whether it's a curious farmhand, a group of amused tourists, or even his fellow barnyard animals, the pig simply refuses to indulge in soup when there are eyes on him. Some speculate that this is due to a sense of embarrassment. After all, who wants to be caught eating chicken noodle soup like a human? Others suggest that the pig is simply a little bit paranoid and thinks that someone might try to steal his beloved soup if they see him enjoying it too much. But whatever the reason, there's no denying that our little porcine pal is a bit of an enigma. He loves chicken noodle soup more than anything else in the world, but he won't eat it if anyone's watching. And while some might find this behavior odd or even a little bit unsettling, we can't help but admire the pig's commitment to doing things his own way. So if you ever happen to find yourself in the presence of this soup-loving swine, don't be surprised if he scurries off at the first sign of human company. Just know that somewhere out there, he's slurping down spoonfuls of steaming hot broth with gusto, completely unself-conscious and blissfully happy. And really, isn't that what we all want out of life, to find something we love and enjoy it without worrying about what anyone else thinks?